Ain't got cash, I ain't got cash, I got you, baby. Baby, I don't need no better tonight.
Okay, I want to do a little bit of a review of the singing machine, model SML385UBK that I ordered off Amazon, I think night before last. It got here very quickly, thankfully. The one thing that I was a little afraid of when it came was that it actually came in this box. As you can see, Amazon stuck the sticker on there and they delivered it just like this. It didn't come in like a separate, brown Amazon box. So I thought, oh boy, it's going to be, plastic. It's going to bust up if those Amazon drivers throw the package around or something. But actually, it arrived in good shape. So let me also say that this only came with one microphone, but it has a capability for two. As you can see, it has a second bracket here that's built onto the machine. So I ordered a second microphone, and I'll go ahead and pull that out right now. Came in a separate package because I ordered it separately, but it actually came at the same time, so that was kind of good. The one that I ordered was the SMM385. Okay, and that comes with the big, it's a similar microphone to the one that's in there, but not exactly the same. But it comes with this big audio plug. But then it also comes with a little adapter in here in case you want to plug it into something else, I guess, that has the mini plug. So the big plug and the mini plug. I think the big plug is a 1/4-inch standard plug that you have for all kinds of electronics. It's been the standard for years and years, at least in the US. And this is the standard for smaller electronics. So I forget what size that is, but anyway. So I ordered the second microphone just so we could have two microphones to go with the system. This was like $10, very good price. And I've already taken this open and tried it out and everything, so I know that it all works, but I wanted to reenact this for you so you could see what was going on when you get the system. And both of the microphones work, so that's great. Okay, so to open this up, just pull out this little flap here, open it up. In the top, you've got some manuals and some information. The power supply comes in a little bag. I'm not sure what this is, probably 12 volt. It is 5.8 volt, 1500 milliamps, so 1.5 amps power supply. Kind of an S-video cord, from what I understand. I haven't tried it yet, but you can take these, and if you have a TV that has inputs like this, I believe the red and white are audio, and then the yellow is like video, like S-video or something, and that plugs into your TV, and that's to put the words up on your TV. If you put a CD+G, it's called, it's a karaoke CD, and when you play that in here and you plug this into your TV, it'll put the words up on the TV as the CD plays. So haven't tried that function out. Someone else can try that out. I don't have a CD+G, so we'll let you do that. The other thing that came was the primary microphone that comes with the system, and it's very similar to the other one. As you can see, it only has the big plug, and the front of this system only has the big plugs, so that works out great for both of these microphones. I ended up not using the adapter, but maybe I'll use that for something else in the future. So anyway, I have two microphones. This is the one that came with it, on-off switch, and they're both unidirectional, I believe, which means that they don't pick up a lot of sounds from other directions, just mainly from you speaking directly into it. This is the same way, I think unidirectional, and the on-off switch looks a little different, but they both work. So let's get the system out of the box and show you what I got. All right, so that was the cover that had the other parts in it. This is actually the karaoke machine, and it's covered in plastic pretty nicely so it doesn't get dusty and everything, but it's just a piece of tape. One of the things I liked about this machine was that it actually has these handles built in each side, so you can pick it up. It's very, very light. I mean, it doesn't feel like it even weighs 5, 6, 7 pounds maybe at the most. So it's very light, but it's nice to get it in and out of the box and all of that kind of stuff. Now the unit itself is kind of what I would say kind of cheap plastic, but it worked really well. So on the top, you see there's a lift up to put the CDs or DVDs in. A piece of paper in here that you need to take out, of course, before you put one in. I have not tried CD or CD+G or DVD or anything in here yet. Actually, I'm not sure if it uses a DVD. It says compact disc digital audio, so maybe just a CD or a CD+G. You'd have to look up whether that's true or not. It has the 2 microphone holders, one on each side. They flip up. On the front, you have various controls. You have a little display here that tells you kind of what mode you're in, on-off button, volume control, controls for the CD here. This one turns your disco lights on and off, and brighter or dimmer, I guess. And then this switches between Bluetooth, CD+G or USB. And this will display what it's changing to. There's a USB input. I haven't tried that out. There's a record button. I'm not sure what that's for. I guess it records you, and then you can play yourself back. Haven't tried it. I will at some point. Down here's interesting. Okay, so this is audio voice control. What I found this does is if you turn it up a lot, all you can hear is your voice. It actually subtracts the vocal out of the CD. Interesting, because you know, I had it turned up at first. I think it came halfway up or a little more just by default, and I was singing into the microphone. I could only hear, and if I stopped singing, the vocalist on the CD I would hear, but as soon as I started singing, they would disappear, and all I could hear was the background music and myself singing. So it's kind of neat. And you can add or take out as much of that vocal from the record that you, or from the CD that you want. So you have to try that. This is balance. I only have the one speaker that I'm using now, so that didn't really matter. I had it in the center. Microphone 1 and microphone 2. You can plug one or both in. Echo, this was kind of fun. If you turn the echo all the way up and you say something, it echoes. So it adds a little bit of echo into your voice, which was kind of cool. And then the mic volume was to, one of the things I found out, this was turned up the volume of your microphone. One of the things I found out was that this thing doesn't really play very loudly. I actually went Bluetooth from my phone and played a Beatles record, and I pretty much had to turn this volume all the way up and then my mic volume pretty high to, you know, get a decent sound that maybe everybody in the room could hear, a decent amount of volume. So this isn't going to blast anybody away. However, if you play it over your TV or stereo system or something with this, I'm sure you can crank up your stereo system and then maybe it'd be a little bit louder. But within this box, it doesn't have a lot of power. I also found that the microphones would overdrive a little bit if you yelled real loud into them. They kind of go, you know, that kind of thing. So that's it on the front, are those controls. Each side has the handles and the microphone stands. On the back is where you would plug in your video and audio if you're going to the TV. And then from this power supply, it plugs in right here. Just a standard kind of power supply plug. Okay, let's turn it on and see how it does. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in post-production with this video, in fact none, so you're just going to have to bear with me for a second while I plug some things in. Turn it on. There you go. Disco lights, you can turn brighter and brighter, and there you go. I thought maybe the disco lights would respond to your voice, but they just sit there and kind of blink like this, which is kind of cool for kids or whatever, but you know, it's not like the lights react to your singing or anything like that. All right, I'm going to plug one microphone in. Okay, very easy. I am going to connect up to Bluetooth. So in order to connect up to Bluetooth to your phone, I go in Bluetooth. Over here on the CD+G USB BT button, I push once and it says USB. I push again and it says BT in small letters, Bluetooth. So I was able to find Singing Machine. Okay, so now you see it brought up Singing Machine and says connected. That's because I already connected it once. Basically, you look for Singing Machine on your phone, and then you select it, and then it should connect up. It didn't ask me for a code or anything like that, so that worked out pretty well. Now I can go into my music, and I will just play some Beatles stuff.
Y no tan pronto está de fiesta. Silvestre felino tiene que echar a correr. Esto sí es serio.